Good evening, firing squad of the Killing Wall, and welcome to briefing number 68. Oh, it's an interesting episode, and you know why? Because tonight I got a couple of announcements. And they might be good, they might be bad, you may like them, you may not like them, but hopefully, either way, it'll all be awesome. So, let's get out to it. First and foremost, I want y'all to donate to Kinko down there. Make sure the brother gets on his feet, doesn't have to worry about any kind of medical bills, and buy one of his t-shirts. Seriously, help them out, okay? I'm going to keep this streaming down throughout the broadcast periodically, just so that this way you don't forget. That's one. Two, this one's important. I want you to download Live 365 and listen to Hellfire Radio there, okay? We also have the website at hellfireradio.com. Seriously, check it the fuck out. We're also on Insta. We're also on YouTube. We're also on Facebook Live, which is where I am right now, as well as on the YouTube page for Hellfire Radio and my own personal one. Just so that this way you can find me and you can find some kick-ass Hellfire Radio content consistently. Rule 3. I want you to share the hell out of this to groups, to timelines, and spam me out. And that kind of brings me to my next point, which is kind of a thing. First, let me address my troops here. We got Sergeant Paige in, we got Troop Beth, we got Troop Gabby, we got my Kiwi brother, we got Troop Ronald, and we got Troop Elizabeth. So, let me get this out of the way. Because it sucks, but at the same time might be good. Some of you have gotten used to seeing me every single night at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Well, unfortunately, that has kind of hindered things a bit. The Facebook algorithm doesn't like me that much. And because of that, it's been limiting my reach here and there. And plus, because I'm not getting the shares that I need, I got to go back to a 2-day-a-week schedule, which means you're going to get the Killing Wall every Wednesday at this time. And you're going to be getting Into the Shadows every Friday at this time. So you're not going to see me tomorrow, of course, because of Thanksgiving. And I haven't quite decided yet as to whether or not I'm going to be around next week, mostly because, it's the holidays and trying to square stuff away in that regard and try and figure out how best to, get things formatted. So for right now, you got me here on Wednesday, and you'll keep on getting me, the Rant Commander, here every Wednesday. But you'll be getting Baron Voltage every Friday, just like it was in the old days. And hopefully, the Facebook algorithm will stop bending me over a rail and giving me plenty of KY. And it'll also get some of the troops that aren't really around coming out of the woodwork and sharing me out. Oh, wow. General Kelsey in his house. Thank you so much, boss lady. So, that's the announcement. Figured I'd get that out of the way. But let's talk about what tonight's rant is about, what tonight's briefing is about, something that every single one of you should get pissed off about. You want to know what tonight's freaking rant is about? Here, I'll tell you what tonight's rant is about, because it's pretty fucking awesome, I'll tell you that. We're going to be ranting about the goddamn internet. Okay? Let me explain to you. I got to relight my cigarette for this shit. That's how much it fucking pisses me off, how much it should piss you off, because I want you to get pissed. Because it's the only way that we can make the internet a kick-ass fucking place to be. Okay? Okay. Glad that we got that out of the fucking way. Okay? Because guess the fuck what? There's so much shit about the internet that legitimately should burn you the fuck up. Carlene, glad to see you reporting in. Oh boy. So, let's talk about some of the more annoying things about the internet. First off, web ads, okay? You want to know what? You go into a fucking web page, the last thing you fucking need is to see ads for rectal cream constantly covering every single fucking bit of text that you want to read, of videos you want to watch, and oh boy. You want to know what? Sometimes there are some web pages out there that overload your fucking browser, and Lord forbid you're using anything other than Mozilla Firefox, because if you're using any kind of iteration one way or the other that is known as the freaking Internet Explorer, which is also known as the snail of the internet, your fucking computer will crash and it'll be so fucking fast, you'll be thinking that it's a new show to watch. My God. You know how fucking insane it is to legitimately turn to a website and watch for 10 minutes the beach ball of death if you're watching it on an Apple machine, or you're watching the death spiral that's blue if you're watching it on a non-Apple machine, which is what you should be doing anyway, but that's just me. Okay? You know, it's almost an experience. It's transcendental. But at the same fucking time, it drives you up the fucking wall, doesn't it? Well, Carlene, you want to know what? I want to address every single one of my troops whenever they come in and they're reporting for the first time, at least the first time in a while, where I can actually spot them, I can see them, and I can address them, and let you know that you want to know what? I actually give a fuck about you. I give a fuck about every single one of my firing squad. I address them individually, and I try to make sure that they're doing okay, and I always reach out to them. And by the way, if you ever want to reach out to me directly, you can always reach out to me at my webpage, not my email address, at the Killing Wall. Send me a mail if you actually have a fucking Killing Wall request. If you got a kill order that you want ordered on a particular subject, guess what? I'm most likely going to fucking do a kill order on it. Why? Because I give a fuck about what the hell is going to make my troops happy. You should all have itchy trigger fingers for this shit. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Because if a kill order is whack as fuck, I'm not going to even bother. Buffering becomes a damn curse word, Troop Gabby. I'm telling you that right now. So, when you got a web ad, sometimes it's for something you actually need. It's rare, but sometimes it's for something you actually need. And for that kind of shit, you got to wonder whether or not you're getting clickjacked. Does anybody know what the fuck clickjacking is? I'll tell you what clickjacking is, okay? Sometimes you take a look at particular types of flavored text that's on a particular website that is blue and it's underlined. You want to know what that basically means? That's a clickable link, and it's a hyperlink. And you want to know what happens when you got a fucking hyperlink and you click on it? It takes you to fucking Live Jasmine. It takes you to some sort of porn site. It takes you to a virus-ridden website, which immediately pops up a fucking window, which immediately tells you your computer has been infected. Download this new software now in order to be able to protect your system. And you want to know what you're fucking doing? You're downloading the virus right then and there, aren't you? I think you are. What the flying fuck? You need to download the latest Adobe software in order to be able to view this content. Allow notifications from this particular website. Your computer has been compromised. Please log in with your current Windows address email or Windows address password. Every single fucking time you see that shit, it makes you want to actually punch a baby right to fucking Jupiter, doesn't it? It's downright ridiculous, I feel. And I think you should be pissed off about it. I'm fucking pissed off about it. And I actually know what the fuck I'm doing. Explain that to me. Explain how the fuck we got so fucking bad with this shit that it completely and totally drove the world insane. Who the fuck comes up with this crap? You fucking tell me. People that create scams. Clickjacking a fucking website. Click on this link to view content, and you click on it, and next thing you know, you pop up on about 17 different fucking pop-up windows. Pop-up windows. Some of them with sound. Some of them with interlacing sound. Glad to see you, Troop Casey. Glad to see you actually fucking did it. I want to see so many damn shares on this particular briefing that my eyeballs spin. Like the beach ball of death or the death spiral of the internet. Ugh. You know, there's some fucking websites out there that legitimately are nothing more than ads stacked on top of ads, stacked on top of ads, stacked on top of ads. I'm calling you out, Zergnet. That's right. You know, for those of you who don't know, that's an actual gaming reference as well as a particular website, which actually is supposed to share particular bits of information out there. A little bit of pop culture stuff here and there. Top 10 actors that refuse to actually act in a particular scene involving this particular director. It's usually loaded with top 10 lists or top 25 lists. Top 15 actors that died this decade. Really? Really? That's what we're fucking aiming to? That's what we're aiming to? Okay, fine. And then you click on it, and guess what fucking happens? Every second click, you're getting sent to another fucking website, and about 3 other new pop-ups come up. What the flying fuck? You can't get any kind of pop cultural references anymore because of this bullshit. Explain it to me. It never fucking fails. It never fucking fails. It drives me up the fucking wall because it never fucking fails. Ah, my London correspondent, Troop Angelina, glad to see you reporting in. So, for those of you that are just reporting in right now, like I said, really crap news. I'm only going to be doing Wednesdays. You'll be getting Into the Shadows on Fridays. So remember to tune in. Schedule me. Write me down on a fucking Google Calendar. And Google. Google. You know, there are some conglomerates out there that you hope to God do usurp enough power, because then you've only got one place to fucking blame. Yes, Google, I'm calling you out. Okay, Google originally started as a nice fucking search engine. You want to know what? You look something up in one way or another, and guess what? All the fucking search results come up. Then information actually came out that Google was choosing what information you found. And then they ended up fucking coming up with different types of lawsuits in order to be able to particularly push some kind of bullshit on you. Explain this to me. Why the flying fuck did we give them this much power? Google has now become a genie that we let out of the bottle, and there's no fucking way in hell we're ever going to be able to put it back in. It's just as big as the number itself. You know, Google is an actual number. It's a mathematical term. It's a 1 with a million zeros after it. It's meant to be endless. And to give you an idea of the size of our fucking universe, the universe has 1 Google to the 29th power, I think, of stars. Okay? Google has essentially become the ultimate lockbox of everything. You need to log into Google to access your email. You need to log into Google to access your social media. You need to log into Google to check your calendar. You need to log into Google to use this website, to use this software, to use your computer, to use your social security number, to use everything. And you know what the fuck's up with that? We asked for it, didn't we? Yes, we did, because we didn't know better. Well, guess the fuck what? Some of us old school computer guys, we learned. And it's a very, very potent thing to have to learn, isn't it? See, when you give that much power to a particular company, what it does is it actually bends you over even harder whenever it's not working. And yes, Google does go down sometimes, and not in the fun way. But Google has tried to do what it could to be impartial, to be objective. Kinda. Think about news. Think about broadcasts. Think about information that you want, need, desire, pay for. That's right. Google has its own paid services. Google has control of your financial services. You want to use your bank? Gotta log into Google. Want to buy something? Gotta log into Google. 9 times out of 10, Google has got you bent over a fucking rail, and to the point where the only thing you're able to say is Google when you're getting Googled. It's the new Smurf. Remember when we were kids, we would say, I smurfed my Smurf over the Smurf that day. It was smurfing ridiculous. Maybe I should start saying that instead of fuck. Get your smurfing face on the smurfing floor. That'll be a change. Or maybe Google instead. I don't like your Google face. I don't like your Google practices. I don't like your Google attitude. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I think that could work. You know? James, like really? 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 Bing? Really? Really? We're gonna go there? Really? No. You see, Google has managed to actually ingrain itself into our own lifeline and our own ability to be able to do anything in regards to the internet, because the internet originally was just for porn. That's right. The internet is for porn, and damn right it is. But at the same fucking time, Google has a tendency to filter every single one of those particular bits that you actually want to try and find a niche porn that would actually get you off. But no, we got to get to all the mainstream shit first. You type in one thing in particular, what they do is they take a look at two letters in that particular search term. That's right, one, two, two particular letters. The next thing you know, you get 7 million fucking results just because it has those two particular letters in that particular search result. Two. And guess what the fuck happens after that? Good luck finding what it is you actually looked for. And 9 times out of 10, what you're looking for is copyright written anyway, in which case then it actually gets sent over to lumen.com. And the next thing you know, you have to go through fucking hoops just to be able to find what you're looking for. The internet is a labyrinth. Unless you got a fucking map or you know what the fuck you're doing, you're never going to be able to find it. And you got to hire yourself a fucking tracker. Don't ya? It's become its own fucking language. And I can never really understand people that have a tendency to always look on the internet using Boolean searches, because most people don't even realize that a Boolean search is one of the most efficient ways in order to be able to search anything in a particular web browser. Are you fucking kidding me? A lot of people don't know what a fucking wildcard is. A lot of people will never have a use for it unless they use Google. How ridiculous is that? And then there's some places you end up going that just completely and totally make you die inside. Troll havens. Like Reddit. Like Instagram. Web forums like 4chan, 8chan, any chan, really. You end up finding shit that you never wanted to find, never thought you'd want to find, and what's worse, some shit that once you found, you're addicted to. Literal fucking rabbit holes. And remember, when it comes to the internet, Rule 34 always applies. You know, I really did not need to know how well hung Pikachu was. It's kind of scary. Just a little bit. Un petit peu. I feel. The internet has some good points, but you want to know what? To be honest with you, no. And what's worse is that the internet that we see, or at least most of us see, that actually, don't really know what the fuck they're doing. The internet that we see is only just the shell, just a small little part. There is levels upon levels upon levels upon levels upon levels of the internet that we can't see. Yes, I'm talking about the deep web. I'm talking about the dark web. I'm talking about finding shit that is so sick, depraved, and twisted that even makes me go, no. Okay? The internet has created shock value of the ultimate realm. Some of us know some of the most unholy words imaginable when it comes to the internet, that if we were to say it, we immediately visually twitch and flinch and revulse in the most immediate ways. If you want me to give you an example, I'll be glad to give you an example. One of the greatest internet curse words known to mankind. Goatsy. Blue waffle. How about this curse phrase that exists? 2 girls, 1 cup. Tub girl. That's right, folks. All spawn of the internet. And James puts it best. Then there's what you cannot unsee. Shit that has ways to make you question humanity as a whole and whether or not you're begging for extinction. Pain Olympics is another. Thank you, Troop Tyler. Glad to see you reporting in. The internet is a very destructive place, too. If you really think about it, You've got YouTube channels that exist that make you think, what the flying fuck? You've got a having of cat videos that can put a smile upon your face, and others that honestly plant earworms that you wish you never frickin' had. Yep, see, Troop Angelina, all the way over in London, knows exactly what we're talking about. It's global, it's worldwide, it's the World Wide Web. And the deeper you go down that web, you can find things that you never thought you'd be able to find. You'd be able to hire hitmen, buy drugs and weaponry, trafficking in human beings. No. Uh-uh. And yet the internet continues to exist. It is one of the most unregulated things on the planet, and at the same time, one of the most regulated things on the planet. Yes, Troop Elizabeth, you are legitimately pointing out something. I was going to go into there. There was an attempted serial killer who was a cannibal who had willing volunteers over in Germany when the internet was first born. You know what? Here's the thing. You usually know when you're going to be going into some pretty dark territory if the frickin' subset at the end of the frickin' web address is .ru. You stay the flying fuck away. Let me tell you something. If somebody tells you that what you're about to watch, you're going to need a minute to process, dear God, stay the fuck away. Because you're about to see some shit. And not the good kind. Red rooms, streamed kidnapping, spy cams, webcams, you name it. The internet ultimately is one of the greatest fucking things to exist in the world when it comes to entertainment of a safe manner. Sex work. All the yay. By all means, do so. Gods, goddesses, above and below, bless them all. But consent above all else. And they better be getting a good paycheck. Rotten.com was my original. You the Man Now, dog, was one of my personal favorites. And you know what? The thing is that those are the early days of the internet. I have a feeling pointing that out would get you out of the freaking woodwork, Takara. But yeah, it's insane some of the shit that you can find on the internet. From hip replacements to hearing aids. And that's just the medical shit. And don't get me started on fucking, oh my God. Okay. I got to give props to the fucker that created WebMD. You know why? It has, without a fucking doubt, created the biggest level of social control in existence. You know how I know this? Let me tell you how I know this. How many people have checked out a particular symptom that they were experiencing on WebMD? How many people realized they had cancer? That's the thing. WebMD, you're always going to die. That's it. One of the most panic-inducing fucking websites in existence, and is masked as one of the most fucking useful. It's masked very well. There are some fucking things that you can find on the internet that make your eyeballs go glazed. Yeah, some shit that legit puts chills up your fucking spine. Chills up my spine. It takes a fucking lot. Surgery videos. Bum fights. I remember those. Ogrish.com. Live leak. Shit like that. Back when we were first starting off on the internet, we used to have to actually go to tape traders to find that shit. Find false copies of Faces of Death 34 or something. Or you had to enlist in the military. You could say, I've seen some shit, and the person could just as easily reply, well, I've been to the dark web, bitch. Glad to hear it, Troop Gabby. You know, and some people, Troop Elizabeth, say pimple popping videos are satisfying. For others, they are disgusting. For me, I find them satisfying, but that's just me. It's because I get a lot. You've got people that can find recipes for good shit and recipes for human flesh. Are you fucking kidding me? Some of the content you find on there is questionable at best. One of the worst things you can ever fucking find are what are known as life hacks. How many people have actually managed to do any of these damn things? It's like 1 in 300 that actually works. It's the greatest lie known to mankind. But it's on the internet, so it had to have been true. Oh, Christ, James, you had to bring that one up. I didn't want to think about that. I ain't even going to fucking highlight that comment. It's just too fucking what the fine fuck. Okay? And yes, you want to know what the whole thing is that I got to give props to the internet because I wouldn't be here telling you the truth about it if it didn't exist. Would I? I'd have to broadcast this on pirate radio or something. Tell me that ain't fucking insane. I remember those days. And that's all too true, Takar. That's all too true. I remember LiveJournal. The pre-Facebook, the pre-MySpace existence. I remember having to use Hyperterminal to dial into a bulletin board on an old 9600 dial-up modem. There was a pre-MySpace page. Believe it or not. It was called LiveJournal. And it basically was how most people have, oh God, personal Facebook pages where the statuses were legitimately able to be like 7 or 8 paragraphs long. You couldn't put, I don't think you could post pictures on there back then. Couldn't remember, but yeah, there was a pre-MySpace. The internet is also very dangerous. Even the good part, the candy shell up top that's so sugary sweet. Because, well, you see, I view the internet very much like a zombie Skittle. Y'all have had those. They released on Halloween. They're kind of like 1 in every like 7 tastes like shit. And you see, when it comes to that, even the candy shell is nasty. Because, dear God, I remember knowing about internet trolls and cyberbullying, leading people to suicide. Yeah. People openly posting porn of the worst possible imaginable. All on a candy coated side before they get busted. That's right. We're talking about shit out there on the internet where people will go at each other's throats over a differing opinion. Be it over politics, be it agreements on anti-vaccinations and vaccinations, flat earthers, freaking sovereign citizens, you fucking name it. NAMBLA. Having a website used to be the only way to get away with shit. Unfortunately, it also became the best way to get away with shit. And the worst people in the world figured it out. And it's such a prominent problem that it's still existing. Ever since the inception of the internet, when it really started to take off back in like 93, 94. That's when it really started to take off. Some of you weren't even born then. Gun Girl might be one, Diego. I remember when the Bud Dwyer freaking video came out on Live Leak. You know, internet has ways of spawning large campaigns for freaking funding. Think of Harambe. Remember that? Coney 2020. Or whatever the fuck it was. Coney 99, maybe. The internet, in many ways, was so fucking destructive. And I don't blame it for being as policed as it is. It's that time of day. It's that time of night. I get to relax with you guys. There we go. I feel a lot more like me now. Let me be real with you folks. As you know, I usually am, but sugarcoating and shit aside, the internet is a fucked up place. Ultimately, it's up to every single one of us to make it a good place. Don't spread hate. Don't spread bullshit. Spread facts. You know, never post in anger. Never post with emotion. Stay objective. It's the truth. You know, a lot of people don't follow that rule. And then shit gets real. Don't burn bridges. Don't ruin friendships. You know, internet can be a wondrous place to be at. And I'm not being wishy-washy about that. It could be a great place. And you're talking to somebody here from back in the days doing freaking AOL 2.4. I remember when the internet was still young. I've watched it grow from somewhat destructive to damn right nuclear or nuclear. I remember when that was an argument. We can't discount the plausibility or the probability or the likelihood of it getting worse. We can only hope that it'll get better. We as people in the world have a responsibility to be very Bill and Ted about shit. You know, be excellent to each other. Realize that people do have emotions and feelings and shit, so watch what you post. You know, people are going to react, and most people are reactionary. You know, that's why most of the damn time you got pearl clutchers hearing a word that they don't like and they start freaking the fuck out. Some words are fucked up, not gonna lie, and should never be uttered aloud. You know, but there are others out there that never need to be said. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's my fucking comb. I'm feeling something with my foot. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know? And you can find shit to get you off on the internet just as much as you can find shit to turn you off. You know? Freedom of information is a great and wonderful thing, and you can always find that if you know where to look. But you got to watch what information you're getting. Because half the damn time, the information that you're getting may be compromised. Sometimes that information is yours. Think about that. And not everybody has your best interests. You've got dial websites from back in the day, dating websites loaded with freaking porn bots. You know, People looking to scam you out in the most efficient way possible. The internet is dangerous with that kind of shit. It's like the Old West. If they can get away with it, they're going to try to get away with it. So it's up to you to make sure that you stay smart with shit. You know, don't put your birth year in your usernames. Don't keep the same password for everything. Have a different password for everything. You know, if you need to write it down, don't type it in a fucking text file on your goddamn computer desktop. Write it on a post-it and put it right next to your monitor. Keep backups of everything. Because somebody could just as easily put a fucking drive lock on your hard drive and then you've got a brick sitting on your damn desk. It sucks. But if you know what you're doing, you can find amazing recipes out there. Watch kick-ass fucking videos of martial arts demonstrations. Watch funny-ass cat videos and birds interacting. You can keep up with your friends and family, long-lost lovers that you haven't seen in a long-ass time. Watch shit from around the world. And get a joke out of Mentally Mitch in the high-pitched voice, sharing savage-ass fucking memes. But most of all, you can check out content that creators bust their ass making every single fucking day just to make you happy. Especially here at Hellfire. And I know because I'm one of them. You form families that are chosen. You're able to speak out, communicate, have people that give a fuck. Some people these days, right now, are making a living, and I do mean a living, on here. Without it, they'd be dead. There's therapy online, ways to get medicine, people to talk to if you're feeling down and depressed. And by the way, if you ever are, and you happen to be watching this, reach out to me. I'm happy to fucking help. Not on show, offline. Well, not offline, but by offline, I mean off of this show. Reach out to me direct. I'm always willing to listen. I may not agree with you, but you'll always get the truth. And don't forget, you can truly open the world to you with this wonderful thing that we are on. Don't abuse it. Because one day, the light switch could get turned off. A lot of us know about this. There were internet outages back in the day, like crazy. Websites wouldn't be active for days at a time. Most of us can't even handle being down, Facebook being down for more than an hour. Online shopping to keep yourself stocked and also be able to buy gifts for your loved ones. Send flowers to somebody that you may have wronged the day before. Or show that you care. Hellfire Radio, one of the greatest organizations I've ever worked for, bar none, has given me an opportunity to be able to talk to you folks. And I wouldn't be able to without the internet. It's given me a purpose and it's given me a reason. And it's because of every single one of you that's over here in my chat, right over here. Because I'm using a particular type of software where all of my comments are being streamed right along this side here. So I could see every single one of you. And I like being able to link up with every single one of you. So I like checking in on some folks. There are some troops that have fallen off by the wayside. I've reached out to them, and I'm hoping that every single one of them are doing okay. I'm just hoping that every single one of you stay safe out there. The world can be dangerous. I myself almost got into an accident on the way here, which means you gotta drive careful, maintain social distances, and all that other shit. But seriously, just stay safe on the internet itself. Don't let things that people say harm you. Don't let somebody in the middle of a troll rant come at you in the worst way. And you know what? At the same time, grow thicker skin. It's the only way to survive. I have, and some of the worst shit out there in the world, it'll burn you. And most of the time, it's going to come at you from here, the internet. Don't be too afraid to feel, but at the same time, don't be too afraid to turn your eye from it. Words on a screen are just that, words on a screen. And at times, if they hit a little too close to home, take a step back. Say to yourself, okay, it's just words on a screen. This person doesn't pay my bills. This person isn't making me cum my brains out. So what they say doesn't matter. And I'm saying that to those of you that have been a victim of cyberbullying. Those of you that are in horrible domestic situations. There are help centers out there. Look them up. Hotlines to call. Look them up. They're there. I promise you, they are there. Shelters. Every single one of them. They're out there. If you need someone to talk to, no better place in the world. Don't ever let this shit get you down. But don't ever decide to put a star on your chest to consider yourself the sheriff. If something really fucked up is going on, report it. Don't take it upon yourself. When it comes to the internet, engaging them is the number one fucking way to give yourself gray hair early. And if you've got a legitimate grievance, okay. Address those in charge directly. Don't lead a pitchfork mob. How you doing, Sheena? I'm so glad to see you reporting in. Haven't seen you in a minute. You want to not lose hope in things. Keep yourself strong on the inside. And know there are people that give a fuck. Even if you don't feel like even you don't. Looking for self-help? Plenty of places to look. Need a book on something? Plenty of places to look. You need a good laugh? Check me out. Best of all, I'm easy as fuck to reach out to. Because my messenger is one of the quietest fucking things in the world. So's my inbox. Just that easy. Don't lose hope. I'm going to open up the comments, questions, concerns, complaints, cash payments. By the way, speaking of which, I've actually got merch. I'm not trying to just sell it to you because it's there, but the thing is that, you know what? Like I said, makes a living. Buy my shit. Or if you just need to chat, hit me up. Happy as hell. And speaking of which, while you may see that, also, like I said, donate to Kenko. Buy one of his t-shirts. Help the brother out. Download Live 365. Listen to Hellfire Radio there too. Like I said, we're on there. We're on the main website, which is hellfireradio.com. We've got the YouTube page for Hellfire Radio. You've got the Facebook Live page for Hellfire Radio. You've got our Instagram account as well. We've even got a Twitch channel. So, seriously, you can listen to us anywhere. It's the only way to help the station out. Like the hell out of this. Share the hell out of this. Share it to your friends. Share it to your timelines. Spam the hell out of it. It'd be great. Because you know what? Every single person out there, happy to hear from you. Happy to know that we're making you happy. Ultimately, that's what we're here for. Oh, well, thank you, Angelina. They say that when you have fun, it flies. But, you know, there are many times out there where even I lose my shit. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can also hop on hellfireradio.com, buy some kick-ass merch there, too. You know, sometimes I lose my shit. Sometimes I need somebody to talk to. You know what? I've got people that I can reach out to. I've got hotlines that I can call. It's a thing. Never lose faith in the people that are out there. Humanity is humanity for a reason. And half the damn time, you just need to let your fucking shit out there. That's what started this. A lot of you don't know. This show was originally a Facebook page where I let all of my anger out. And it was a private page. Specifically, just so that I could vent. And you know what? Never be afraid to vent to me. I might turn it into a fucking kill order. To this day, I remember one of the most favorite lines I ever thought of. Well, I didn't think of it, but I had heard it, but it became a kill order at one point. People that are looking for fucking cowboys here in Jersey to date. You want a cowboy, here's what you do. Walk west until you smell shit and walk south until you step in it. You ain't gonna find it in Jersey. Sorry, you're in Texas. The fuck is wrong with you? You know, every once in a while, I get a laugh. And if it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't be getting new teeth by the end of the year. That's right. And I can't wait to show you all. And you know what? I wouldn't feel as much love as I feel here right now. Because you guys are the reasons why I keep on doing this. Every single one of you. You make me feel loved. You're my fan base. You're my firing squad. And I want you all to get pissed. I want you all to get pissed. I want you to get pissed that you're not pissed. Better yet, and if I'm permitted a slight moment to be a little bit egotistical here, I want you to be pissed that there aren't more people honest like I am. Try that on for size. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. I'm probably going to be closing up the briefing right now. But I want every single one of you to stay safe out there. Be good to one another. Be excellent to each other. And, you know, I'll see you guys on Wednesday as the rank commander. But tune in rather, to Into the Shadows in about 2 days. I'll be doing a Black Friday episode on some of the fear. Might be doing a gaming stream. We'll figure it out. From me to you, have a kick-ass night, sleep tight, and have a happy fucking Thanksgiving. Seriously. If you live with your family, enjoy it. And if you don't, stay in. So that you have family next year. And if it helps, I'm your family. Because to me, you guys are. Good night. Hit the rack. I hereby call this briefing